Hey folks, Will here again with Happily Ever Outdoors. So in this video, we're going to make a very special announcement and some secrets are going to be revealed. So keep watching. Alright guys, so I've got us moved over into the shade just a little bit. It is a really nice day out, but it is super hot. We're right at the beginning of July right now. And it's definitely starting to feel like summer for sure. So this is actually going to be a pretty quick video. I just wanted to make a very special announcement. I know a lot of you guys, if you've been following us on YouTube and especially on some of our other social media outlets, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, we've kind of been hinting for a while now about big decisions coming up, big changes around the corner, a lot of stuff like that. So this is something that we've been pretty excited about for probably about 6 months now, and kind of working out the plan and all the details and everything, but we just haven't been able to go public with it. So as some of you are already aware, I'm currently active duty for the Army. I'm AGR for the Army Reserves to be exact. Basically what that means is I'm one of the full-time guys who works for the Army Reserve. So you think of most people, they do their battle assembly or their drill weekend, some people call it, you know, 1 weekend a month, and they do their 2 weeks of annual training every year. Well, somebody's got to be working in the office full-time to kind of manage and run things. So that's basically what an AGR is. So as it stands right now, I've been in the Army Reserves for just about, I don't know, I guess like 12 years or so altogether now. A little over halfway towards my 20 years for retirement. I've been on and off of active duty, done some reserve time, done some active duty time. This is actually my first time in the AGR program, and I'm about at like 2.5 years right now. I'll be at 3 years by the beginning of 2019. But I have opted not to extend my contract, not to keep going, not trying to make it a active duty career. I've just realized that it's not the best thing for our family. Now don't get me wrong, I love being in the Army and I enjoy what I do. I don't take that for granted. It's something I'm very appreciative for. But as a parent of 2 children with special needs, and just everything that's going on with my family, we've just really thought about it, prayed about it, and me and my wife decided together that what we really needed was long-term stability for our family. And you know, the Army, they can't really give you that. You're looking at moving every 3 to 5 years max, especially within my MOS, my job description. And we've just decided that that's not what we want for our family long-term. So I'm not getting out of the Army Reserves altogether. I'm going back to being a TPU soldier, or what some people call a weekend warrior, and I'm going to try to finish out my 20 years and go ahead and get that retirement on the reserve side. So come right around the end of March 2019, I'm going to be going back into the civilian workforce, and we'll be heading out on our next big adventure as a family. And for us, that means leaving the state of New Jersey and heading back to where it all began, where my wife and I grew up, where we met as teenagers, where we got married, where our kids were born, and that's the state of Washington, up in the Pacific Northwest, USA. Now this was something we've had on our radar for a long time. We always knew that this was our eventual plan, that was where we were going to settle down, and it was just a matter of when. Of course, I've had to play it kind of smart with my Army career and everything, and not speak too soon, which is why I haven't really made any kind of public announcement about this until I made sure that we had a final decision, everything was locked in, and that all the people who needed to know within my chain of command and all of that had already been informed before it leaked out through social media. But now all of that's been made official, it's been taken care of, and it is set in stone. This is what we're going to do. With the help of my dad, we've actually already been able to lock in and purchase a small piece of land back home in Washington. That was actually about 6 months ago. I've kind of kept that under wraps, but that's something we've had in our back pocket. We're not going to really be able to build, you know, right away when we move back home, but that's something we'll have ready to go for down the road. It's right in the area where we want to live, right in the area where I grew up, and so I'm super happy about that. I was actually able to only see it once in person when I went up last year to visit, and just fell in love with it. It's a really nice little lot, small piece of land, less than an acre, but backs right up to a creek, backs up to a huge set-off section of forest, so it's just an amazing area. Pacific Northwest to the T. Of course, being about 8 months out now, I'm getting everything locked in, everything finalized. I'm doing job interviews on the phone, putting my resume out and everything. And I've already got some pretty cool outlooks, some pretty cool leads, and I don't think I'm gonna have a problem getting a job lined up before it's time for us to move. But folks, if you've never been to the Pacific Northwest or Western Washington specifically, it is an amazing, beautiful place, especially if you love the outdoors, everything, you know, hiking, camping, hunting, kayaking, everything is super beautiful, lush, green, and alive. You've got lakes, you've got mountains, you've got mountaintop lakes, you name it, it's there. But more than that, for us, it's really like our home on earth. You know, it's what I grew up with, it's what I know, it's what I love, especially now that I've gotten older and I've come to appreciate the outdoors more. And it's where our family is. For me and my wife, almost all of our family is up there on both sides. You know, I've been really privileged to do a lot of different things with the Army and been able to kind of move around and see some different parts of the country. And I would never take that back. It's been an amazing experience living down south, living up here in the Northeast. It's been amazing. It's helped me to grow as an individual, as well as my wife and our family as a whole, and it's been just a wild ride. But at this point, I am super excited for us to start this next chapter of our lives, to kind of bring it around full circle to where it all started, for our kids to really start being able to build a relationship with their aunts and their uncles and their grandparents and all that good stuff. It's going to be an awesome year next year. Now, we're still working out all the specifics of exactly how the move is going to go and all that stuff, but of course there's going to be some kind of a road trip involved one way or another, and we're going to do our best to bring you guys along for the ride. Hopefully when we do, maybe we can plan in a few stops along the way. I mean, if we're having to drive all the way across the country, might as well, right? Maybe we can check out a couple of national parks, things like that along the way, and we'll try to share that experience with you all. Of course, we appreciate your guys' thoughts, your prayers, all of your positive vibes along the way. There's a lot of stuff for us to work out between now and then. It's going to be a really busy 6 months or so coming up, but I think it's going to be well worth it in the end. I'm feeling really good about this right now. I'm confident that this is going to be the best decision for our family, and it's going to be really awesome to open up a new chapter for our channel, be able to share new content with you guys, share the Pacific Northwest, where I grew up, the beauty of it, all that good stuff, do a bunch of adventure videos. It's going to be really, really cool and a lot of fun. And of course, we are super thankful to have you all along for the ride. I've got a lot of encouragement, a lot of positive vibes along the way from fellow YouTube creators, as well as, you know, people in the industry, making products, selling products, all that good stuff. And of course, all of our followers and subscribers. You guys have been awesome. It's been a really cool thing to see this community kind of grow and to become a part of it. And that is all thanks to you guys. So hopefully you guys stick around and see this thing through with us. Of course, I appreciate it if you would be patient with us if I have to scale back the amount of videos I'm doing over the next 6 months or so, or if I'm a little bit hit or miss here and there. I'm going to do my best to keep pushing everything out on a regular schedule for you. But as I'm sure you know, getting a move together, there's a ton of moving pieces, especially when you're transitioning to a new career and all that stuff at the same time. So that's going to keep me a little bit preoccupied. So we're going to keep doing what we do here at Happily Ever Outdoors, and we'll do our very best to keep you in the loop. Of course, if you've got any questions or comments, you can feel free to drop those below. And until next time, stay happy, stay outdoors.